Wars, post 9194. Welcome, and once again, thank you for your service from everyone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Con mucho cariño, damas y caballeros, les damos la bienvenida a Laredo, Texas, la sede de la casa de su equipo favorito del 956, su equipo favorito de la ciudad del puerto terreno más importante de este lado del continente. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the stream today live here in Laredo, Texas. The 956 gives you a very big Laredo, Texas welcome to tonight's matchup between the visiting Fort Worth Vaqueros and your Laredo Heat. A big matchup, ladies and gentlemen, here today. The Heat are looking for playoff play. They're looking to get into the postseason, and it starts tonight. They need a 3 out of 3 performance to close out the regular season for a chance at a berth to get into the postseason. The mountain may be a bit tall, folks, and it could be a bit steep. But as long as the game has time, and as long as there is an opportunity, there is a chance. My name is Rodrigo Marina, and welcome you again, folks. Laredo, Texas, the site. Tonight's match, they've been seeing each other, right? Still no. Oh, folks, technology, folks, will play a part in today's performance of the stream. Very hot in Laredo. Obviously, things are overheated. We've been trying to get the stream running for the last maybe little while that we've been out here. So temperatures will cool down and the stream will get smoother as the game progresses, folks. But we'll try to bring it to you as best as we can, as long as technology abides, folks. Moments away from kickoff, the Heat in Fort Worth, and the Heat here in the 956. And what is expected to be a here in Laredo, Texas. Folks, that ball is rolling. Fort Worth controls the first possession, and this game is officially underway. The Heat will defend off the first possession here as Fort Worth goes for a long ball. They'll control possession. They'll share it now with the backline. The press by Colacci, the Italian man from Milan. Folks, back again. It'll be in and out for a bit, and we apologize for the inconsistency of the stream. Nothing on the board just yet. 0-0 across the first 3 minutes of play. 2 and change, to be honest, but still revising the technological disadvantage that sometimes comes with streaming. This ball played back towards the middle. He looking to find combination play. The Wolfman Richard Bryan will settle across the circle. The full moon of the field. Big ball incoming here from Jakob Schnitzler. And this one settled across now on this near-hand side by the Sparrow. As that ball goes out of play, it's going to be Fort Worth kicking it out. The Heat will have it again. Quick throw now. The Sparrow off the half-turn back into the middle to Kenshin. Kenny San Unea. He'll play back over again to Adam Conway, wearing number 6 for the Laredo Heat today. The flick now by Cresto, trying to find the combination play with Colacci, whose defensive work rate has been excellent here as Fort Worth trying to come up with possession here. Unlucky now in transition now for the Laredo Heat. It's the Sparrow who gets dispossessed, two-handed shove. The referee says play on as the game continues to resume. And Fort Worth will get a touch back over to the flank. Driven now on the ground. Adam Conway playing the fake. He'll swing it back over. Possession will go back across over to the Wolfman. This is Richard Bryan. North London native will share back with the Cost native. This is Jakob Schnitzler, the third leading goal scorer for the Laredo Heat, coming off of a center back. Big frame, 6'4". Very good in the air for the Heat. Ball, a line-breaking ball now by the Heat, courtesy of the Wolfman. Now Jack Pascoe trying to find the through ball. Unlucky to not get it, and Pascoe still with it. He'll share back with the Englishman, Richard Bryan. And off we go to Adam Conway, who's looking to find combination play with Denny Cresto, who sells it back again to Jakob Schnitzler. And across in the full moon now, the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. He'll rotate out. Again, into the flank now. We go to the Sparrow. It's Jack Pascoe still with it. An opportunity for the Heat. He'll find a rotation now. Conway will fake with the left foot now. Back to the through and attempt. Off over to Bence Milner on the touch. Fort Worth with a clearance, and the Heat dominating possession very early on in this play here. Nicola Greco, who starts at left wing today. Usually a very defensive-minded player. Unea will get the flick forward again, trying to find Greco. Not enough mustard on the hot dog there, and Fort Worth will get possession again. Nobody in support play there for Fort Worth. The Heat will regather, and they will re-control possession now. They'll settle across. This time it's number 17. Call me pardon. Kenny Unio look to break lines again. Nice play by the Japan international. And this one will be a corner kick, I believe, the first for the Heat. So he will have the first set piece here, folks. Well, the first corner kick, excuse me. A chance now for the Heat. Kenny Unio will have it in service, incoming far post play. The first shot, goal! Leading goal scorer for the Laredo Heat this season, the Cast International, Jakob Schnitzler from Biola University, getting another goal on the season. The set piece is becoming to be a part of his traits. It's starting to become human nature for Jakob Schnitzler. Another goal on the board for the young German international, and the Heat lead this one by a goal. 8 minutes into the first half of play. Jakob Schnitzler, folks, I'll tell you what, that's one header I do not want to come in contact with. He's proving it time after time, game after game for the Heat now. One of the most consistent players for the Laredo Heat this season. And a dangerous threat early now for the Laredo Heat. Denny Cresta will control on the mid-park again off the half-turn play. And the individual dribble will deliver it back again to Kenshin Unio, who has an assist on tonight already. This one is played back to the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. He'll share with the goal scorer. This is Jakob Schnitzler, swung again across the full moon where the Wolfman is very comfortable in, folks. Colby Pardon will swing it again. Jakob Schnitzler in control. On the dribble forward now. Jakob. Taking names, taking numbers, distributing out wide now, looking to find the Sparrow. This one just over him. And he'll get the flick that sends it out of play. A throw is incoming, though, for Fort Worth now. And the Heat now with the second defensive pressure responsibilities. As Denny Cresto faking the clearance again. The Wolfman unable to come to this ball first. And the Vaqueros with a howler, an opportunity there. This could be Ben Smolner's moment. No, this is just going to be off the press. Fort Worth will go short back on the other end. Vaqueros will swing it out of play. Heat throwing. Schnitzler will swing it again. This is the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. Kenshin Unio. Back to Rich and over again to Kenny. Driven out wide. Nicola Greco controls. Another opportunity here for the Laredo Heat. Greco on the stride forward, and Nicola with a service inside to the far post. And this one was close, folks. Flirting in with the Heat will have another opportunity off a corner flag sector. Heat looking to capitalize again on the set piece. Been decent this season from the set piece opportunities. So look for number 2 here. Jack Sparrow will take it here as Pasco will do the honors from the corner flag to get the ball back into play. Set piece incoming, courtesy off the right foot of Jack Pasco. Servicing ball again on the inside. Jakob Schnitzler looking for number 2. And forward will get a half clearance attempt here. As Kenny Unio will get the drag back played. Ball settled across now off the half turn. Conway for 2, the Heat. And still flirting, still with the opportunity. They'll get another corner kick. Well, here we go, corner kick. He will try again. Denny Cresto with an opportunity. The Wolfman flirting with a short ball. Ball in the air, another one. And this one far hand side. The Heat will have the ball by the corner flag sector off the half turn again now. A chance now. Ben Smolner will have the half turn here. This one to Greco. The Heat still keeping possession off the poke away by Fort Worth, and they'll share now with Colby Pardon. Pardon will swing it into the air now, settling a 50-50. Now Greco will get another touch on this one, keeping it in play. Nicely done to the Japanese international. The Kobe native looking for the Budapest native, and possession now back to Fort Worth. Line-driven ball, nicely played here by Fort Worth as they look to play out, building out of their own back line, and holding on to possession nicely. And this one will be out of play. Fort Worth possession. Denny Cresto will get the flick again. Ben Smolner off the half turn. The second pressing coming by Cresto. Team captain El Capitao in the press now. Looking to play into the middle now. The Heat trying to force him interiorly. Now big ball by Fort Worth. Jakob Schnitzer will get another flick on this one. Kenshin Unio will swing it back to the flank. Nicola Greco in control here. As the Italian will get a stride into the half space now. Will swing it over to Jack Pasco. Pasco will settle it. Denny Cresto now in control. He'll go wide. Flank ball again. This time to Colby Pardon. Into the middle. Denny Cresto. Back to Jakob Schnitzler. Driven again, trying to find Colaci. Ball in the middle. Ben Smolner off the half turn. This time for Cresto. Denny! And blocked by the Fort Worth defensive line. Fort Worth now in transition, playing quickly. They'll get a through ball. Aerially attempted over to the big man, Jakob Schnitzler. Defensive duties here. He'll get a touch on this one. As it's settling, not out of play just yet. The Heat will keep possession back inside. Jakob wanted the call, won't get it. Play resumes far end flank. And now cross into the middle. Fort Worth playing with fire here, no pun intended. The Heat with an opportunity to drive it on the ground here. They'll go back into the flank. And combination play here for Fort Worth as the Vaqueros will look to rotate and swing again. And trying to be patient on the repurposedness of the round one. Full rotation here. Ball is played, driven on the ground. Off the half turn, Cresto unable to poke it away, and Fort Worth still in a penetration run here towards the middle. They'll decide to go back to the flank. And Fort Worth having a lot of possession on this momentum of play here. They'll swing it again, trying to get the Heat out of shape. That's what repurposing the ball does to a team. That's what it's for. Now aerial ball. Thrown away. The Heat staying composed, nicely in shape. We'll get a chance to throw again. Ben Smolner, the Budapest native, now coming back from injury, playing back this time to Colby Pardon, selling it across to Aiden Haynes, whose 21st birthday is today. Happy birthday, Aiden Haynes. This is Kenny Ornio will swing it, opposite flank. Nicola Greco. Go again, Greco now. Over to Conway. Conway back to Greco, and over to Conway once more. Servicing ball incoming. Conway flirting with an opportunity. He'll get the flick inside. Battling for it now. Greco will have another chance at it. And deflected again by the Fort Worth defense, who's deep in their own box. This one is a Kenshin Unio. A nice rotation of play. Colby Pardon now, as the former MSU Mustang will have it. Flank play action. Back to the Sparrow. This is Jack Pasco. Beautiful ball played again. Inside ball. The flick. Goal! Un poco de cilantro, un poquito de limón, le pones la salsita para abajo, para adentro, hijo, un taquito, golazo de parte de Taco. And the Heat with a second here, they'll get momentum back in their favor massively as Fort Worth dominate a little bit of spell and possession there, but the play by the Sparrow, setting up the hockey assist, playing Pardon into the box, half space play, delivered across. Fundamental football, people, it's simple, we just make it complicated. And the finish by Ben Smolner. Funny thing, the man is from Hungary. Rod's always Hungary, so a little bit of in common there between the goal scorer and your commentator here. As this ball is played again by Fort Worth, they'll get things back underway. Fort Worth will regather back in the middle. Through ball attempted. Flag will go up. Offside is a ruling, so the play will be omitted from that point forward. will have it again. Nice chomp back to the inside, and this is Kenshin Unio. The Coba native will drive it out wide. Flank play controlled again by the Italian. Nicola Greco on the stride now, flirting with the half space, cutting into the inside, setting it back out, trying to find the play. Conway, the third for the Heat, far post, and no closeout there by the Laredo Heat, trying to find goal number 3, trying to add the third, and Chilala on the plate here. 18 minutes in, the Heat have to keep this momentum up. We saw a pattern, folks, in the game against the Gallos, who are no longer part of the Lone Star Conference in the NPSL. The Heat had a very good 15, 18, 21 minutes of play, and then the level of that match, the intensity of it dropped. Both teams on the field content with what was happening, it looked like. And it just the pattern of that game was that the intensity was low. Both teams, the Heat obviously in control with 2-0 score margin. And the Gallos not wanting to add further insult to injury. So both of the teams, the Gallos decided to sit back a bit. The Heat were not complacent, to say the least. But when you control the score and you're in control of the tempo of the game, it's natural, and especially in the game that we love, to fall into that tempo. This one driven out wide. Adam Conway off the interception. He'll control nicely now as the Heat regather here. He gets taken down. Referee says advantage here. The Wolfman will play. Kenshin Unio. A little bit of a higher line now by Fort Worth as the Italian man, Gorlacci, was trying to get in between the stride. Heat have to keep this momentum up. The Heat's chances at the postseason might come in goal differential distinction. So if the Heat can get as many on the board and win their 9 games, they still depend on the results of others, but there's a possibility that it could come down to goal difference. So the Heat definitely need to keep more goals added to the scoreline here. And what a perfect chance, what a perfect opportunity then with the throw by the Sparrow as the Welsh Wizard, Jack Pascoe, to take, I believe, the set piece here for the Heat, looking for number 3. Heat fans wanting un goal. They'll tell you again, they want another one. Service inside. Beautiful delivery. The header, the chance. And this one will end up on the goal line, as it's going to be a goal kick here for the visiting Vaqueros. Pretty historic matchup between both sides. They've seen a lot of each other in previous years. Fort Worth will play out of their back. Big ball incoming off the 1-2. This one to the header. Well, brought nicely by the right foot of Adam Conway, and inside again. Ben Smolder looking for another flick play. Flag goes up offside. The remaining play from the point of the offside decision is omitted. And there'll be a set piece deep inside of the Vaqueros is 18. They'll get another ball in the air here, fought for by Adam Conway, brought down again nicely by Kenshin Unio. And the rotation now by Denny Cresto to find the Wolfman. One-time pass back to the Kass native, the German international. This is Jakob Schnitzler. And again we go to the Wolfman. Colby Parting controls, former Mustang. Will settle it across again to the Biola Eagle. We'll go to his sophomore year. Biola University, Travella pass out wide. This one just a tad bit too strong, a little bit off target. Settles out of play. Throw in Vaqueros to get things back underway. Vaqueros trying to find the rotation here. Intercepted by the Sparrow. Nicely read here. The Sparrow for another assist. A chance for the Heat. And Ben Smolder unable to connect. Full contact on it. He's holding on to his right ankle, I believe. Coming back from an ankle injury. As the Budapest native, it's coming off a bit wobbly off the situation, but seems to be okay. What a play by the Sparrow, folks. The quality that the young Welshman brings onto this team. So dynamic, so multi-dimensional. It's a great choice of arsenal to have in the weaponry, folks, for head coach Johnny Clifford in his first season here with the Laredo Heat. Looking for a playoff spot. Denny Cresto battling for the header here. The Wolfman will put it back in the air. Gravity will do its part. That ball comes back down, and the chance here for the Heat. The man from Milan trying to get the mule kick on it. He gets taken down. Ref says no foul. Play will resume. Forward will control and regather. This one is over to the flank. The Vaqueros will swing it across again. And serviced aerially now. Jakob Schnitzler, smart IQ play here by the German international. Will get the chomp back onto the outside. Still on the dribble. Beautiful play now. Breaking the first line of pressure and the pass to Kenshin Unyo. The rotation now by Cresto. Over to Colby Pardon. Off the blender play. That had a handful of individual brilliancies against Midland now out of pressure. Well, West Texas, excuse me. Cresto will put it into the air. Back to Pardon. Pardon now on the stride. Trying to share again. And Fort Worth now with another half-hearted clearance controlled here by the new man, Adam Conway for the Laredo Heat, earning his first start in this campaign. The Heat, folks, get another goal on the board as the technological deficiencies here at the TAMU Soccer Complex playing against the grain, folks. Sometimes it feels like you're a salmon, and you're swimming up a stream in bear-infested territory. And sometimes it feels that you become the temperature's hot lunch. No pun intended out here at the Laredo Heat. The third goal is scored, folks. We apologize. Technology sometimes playing the role of the bear's mouth as the salmon tries to swim upstream. We apologize, folks. But the Heat have a 3-goal lead against the Fort Worth Vaqueros. The intensity definitely hasn't dropped on behalf of the home side. Adam Conway will regather possession. And I can only apologize so many times, folks, for not being able to bring you the replay or the live stream or the footage of that goal, folks. Just as the stream went down, the Heat scored the third, and a chance now for Fort Worth of a turnover. Fort Worth with an opportunity, their first real chance. Here they'll get a shot off the block. And the nice play there by Jakob Schnitzler to get the deflection, stopping the momentum of that shot off. You have to be better there in those moments, folks. You can get caught left-footed, and that'll be nothing but trouble. The Wolfman will play. Off we go. Colby Pardon will have it. The Sparrow now. This one's out of play. The Heat looking to play quickly. And that's going to be possession here for the Vaqueros. Sparrow trying to get a flick of his own on this one. The Vaqueros will try to rotate and turn. And doing nicely now, they'll swing it across again. And now like peanut butter, folks, just smooth. Smooth. Off the half turn now, Denny Cresto trying to play Colacho, gets taken down here. The half turn again. Flag stays down, an opportunity. This is the Sparrow now. The Sparrow with a flick. And Jack Pascoe looking for an opportunity. Goalkeeper way out of his box here. A chance for the Heat. The Sparrow will have it. Service ball incoming now. The Sparrow will take another touch inside. Jack with it on the dribble. He gets dispossessed. Corner kick coming up, says center official. And we'll have it from the perpendicular angle here. Scolacci is still down. Rehydration break, maybe, incoming. Both sides here playing currently in 97-degree temperature, but it hasn't been 97 all day, folks. When Rada arrived to the field today, we were easily in the 105s. Easily! Extreme temperatures out here in Laredo. Colachi still down, being attained by the training staff of the Laredo Heat, the best in the country, folks. Training staff for the Heat, Colachi still down. Coaching staff has sent a couple of players over to the warm-up area. Gabriel Campo, now one of them. A versatile forward from Saltillo, Mexico. Well, play will resume. Colachi will be attained and given attention outward. And now the referee having a word with Johnny Clifford, head coach of the Laredo Heat. First season here at the Heat. Now a conversation with the center, with the whistleblower, with the man in charge of this game, folks. I mean, this is a lengthy conversation, folks. And now he's talking to the assistant coach, Gary Tucker. Just waiting on the act to continue, folks. It looks like Colachi will be able to continue as he's limping back onto the field of play. That's the latest update we have on that. Play resumes, folks. Corner kick for the Heat. Denny Cresto's right foot to send a delivery on this one. He was a set-piece specialist for head coach Johnny Clifford over at St. Mary's. He's the man in charge of delivering the ball here. Service again on the inside. This one will bounce back to him. Cresto with a left foot now. Ball again interiorly played far post and caught by the Vaqueros. Forward will play near hand half space. Settled again and across. No pressure by the Heat here. Currently have a 3-goal lead. And the work rate here by the Heat trying to get possession again as Fort Worth will repurpose and swing again. And driven again over to Colby Pardon now. The Sparrow unable to get underneath it. This is Bence Molnar between 3 and 4, still with possession here. Foul on the play. The Heat will have the set piece again. Settled across the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. Jakob Schnitzer, the half turn now by Uneo, and he'll deliver it out wide into the flank. Greco, servicing ball incoming. The Sparrow will anticipate here. Forward will get a touch. This one looking to be settled out of play, and sure enough, Heat throw in to get things back underway. Pardon, delivered inside. Colachi anticipating this one, and Fort Worth flirting with a clearance here. They'll play back line action. And now the big ball toward the middle. The Heat will regather. On it is Adam Conway. Jakob Schnitzler. Again to the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. Colby Pardon. Adam Conway. Chris Colachi. On the half turn, Colachi still with it. Now he'll go wide into the Sparrow. Jack Pascal with an opportunity. Another assist here. Sparrow into the box now. Bicycle set. The left-footed shot. First post and set out. Out of play here. Throw in going the other way. Ford will have it. Toss it back into play. The Sparrow's been brightly brilliant here for the Heat, folks. It's Ken Chinunio on the stride. Kenny still with it, trying to lay it off. Attracting pressure. Fort Worth will continue. 2v4 here. Numerical superiority for the Heat. Fort Worth awaiting support. The layoff now. The press here again. Foul on the play. That's against Colachi, and Fort Worth now will have a set piece. Fort Worth will play. The delivery, big one incoming. Aiden Haynes all over this one, and sure enough, as the birthday boy in control here of possession. Juega en corto, controla el hombre lobo, Richard Bryan. Y reparte la posesión del esférico con el alemán, el autor del primer gol del atardecer aquí en Laredo. Controla Colachi, le pone el pecho. Sigue en la corrida el italiano entrando al canal de en medio. Bien el servicio, el tiro. Y otro tiro de esquina para Laredo Heat. Ha sido muy peligroso, potente potentemente peligroso en las jugadas de balón parado en el equipo del Heat.
Presented by L&M Distributors.
Heat will go short again. Delivery now over to Kenshin Unio. He'll try again. This one lobbed. A chance now. Too much on it. Jakob Schnitzler unable to get to it. Referee arguing. Fort Worth arguing with the referee. There's a push on behalf of Jakob. Play will resume. Fort Worth will have possession. And the game will get back underway. Into the air, the ball goes. Kenshin Unio will get a header on this one. And now Ben Smoller now on the stride, putting it in the air now as forward. The Vaqueros trying to get a clearance again. And Ben Smoller unable to gather possession of this one. Forwards will play. And they'll put it into the air. Richard Bryan back to Kenshin Unio, over to Nicola Greco. On the step back, nicely played. Adam Conway controls. He'll settle across the middle now to Denny Cresto. And back out to the Wolfman, over to Jakob Schnitzler. Denny Cresto now will swing it out wide again over to the Sparrow, who's been very good here for the Heat, folks. This one should have been in front of the Sparrow. The service incoming, and the clearance again by the Vaqueros. The Heat folks going on the road. Back-to-back games, their longest road trip of the season this past weekend. No points from 2 games, folks, over to the West Texas teams. Lost 2-1 in a very, it turned out to be a tighter game against Lubbock, who was just absorbing all the pressure the Heat had, especially in that second half of play. And lost 2-0 to West Texas FC, formerly the Midland Sockers. Colacci on the stride as well. The Italian now continuing his drive, gets taken down. Ref says all ball, no foul. Colacci can't believe it. The Heat now having to chase. And Forth will play again into the middle. Will give possession back up to the German Jakob Schnitzler. And controlled by Conway. Into the middle we go. Kenny-San Unio. And Unio-san will swing it again. Interior play. Denny Cresto will rotate it back to Jakob Schnitzler. And now the German international on the drive into the half space. Still with it. And trying to get through 2. The flag stays down. A shot attempted and blocked again. And Fort Worth preventing goal number 4. They'll swing it near hand side. Switch unsuccessful here for Vaqueros. Hayden Haynes getting a rare touch in this first half. He'll share with Adam Conway. And now to the Wolfman, Richard Bryan again. Don't forget, folks, there's only one destination online for everything Laredo Heat. That's at www.laredoheatsc.com, where you can find a direct link to this year's official NPSL roster, official schedule, breaking news, conference, a link to the conference webpage, and, of course, a link to the official Laredo Heat fan shop page, where you can buy all sorts of goodies. Laredo Heat SC to represent your favorite team from the 956, wherever you may be around the world, folks. That's at www.laredoheatsc.com. Also, on the Heat website, you can find a direct link to the Heat's Youth Academy page, where you can get all the information to enroll your child, your nephew, your son, your brother, your daughter, your cousin, your grandson, onto the Laredo Heat Academy, where it's a love for the sport, developmental academy, folks. Promote the love of the game before the obsession of results. Only one place like that in town, folks. That's the Laredo Heat Academy. So if you want to give, if you want to provide an opportunity for your loved one to fall in love with the game, there's only one place. That's at the Laredo Heat Academy. Extremely talented coaching staff, folks. The director of coaching holds a National B license for the USSF. So things within the academy, folks, very prepared. Head coach Fabien Arciga, obviously the director of coaching. Big shout out to him. Recently earned his USSFB license, folks. So a major shout out to Coach Fabian. Good little hydration break for all of us, I feel. Temperature is extremely humid in Laredo. Shocker, no surprise. Let us know where you're watching from, folks. Leave it in the comment. Drop it down below. Let us know where you're watching the stream from. We always love to connect with all Laredo Heat fans all across the world, all around the globe, all across planet Earth. Let us know where you're watching from. Love to interact with our fans. Across the pond, down the streets, off interstate lines, on the other side of the hemisphere. As we look to get things back underway, it'll be a drop ball here for the Heat. And I think the center ref is telling them that they've got to clear this. The Heat will choose, it's not a drop turnover, folks, it's just a drop ball. The Heat will play. Jakob Schnitzler controls the possession. He'll swing it across again. The Wolfman, Richard Bryan, will get a touch on it. Back to Colby Pardon and over to Aiden Haynes. 21st birthday here for the Laredo Heat starting goalkeeper this afternoon. He'll drive it. Beautiful play now over to Denny Creso. Looking to get a flick on it and a chance again for the Heat now from Unio. This one is to the Sparrow. This is Jank Pascoe, the Welsh Wizard, inside of the 18-yard box. Service ball incoming. The deflection now. Denny Creso unable to get to that 50-50, though Kenny Unio will get a flick back out to Denny Creso. Half space play. Servicing ball. Looking to switch the point of attack. One-time service inside. And a good play here by the Heat. Quickly in transition. Getting things quickly forward as fast as they can. And the Sparrow folks, like a bolt of thunder, has been bright for the Heat. As we approach the 40th minute of play, still 3-0 in favor of your Laredo Heat Soccer Club. And as a coaching staff, I'm sure they're pleased on the answer, folks, from the away trip. Forward will get a servicing ball, looking to switch the point of attack again, and Colby Pardon will get the touch on it. Throw-in, no corner, just a throw-in. Precautionary play here, nicely done by the Laredo Heat. So Fort will go to the bench first. They'll make a tactical adjustment with 4 minutes left here in this first half. Laredo Heat celebrating Veterans Night here today, honoring the many men and women who have served this wonderful country. Veterans Day today here, folks. Ford will get the game back underway off the throw now. Made a tactical adjustment and things will be played on this flank near hand side. The service incoming, looking to find the switch of field play and intercepted again by Conway. He'll get a touch on it, nicely played to Colace, who gets taken down, and the Italian will draw the foul for the Laredo Heat here. And frustration having to start being output here now by Fort Worth. So Sigley checks in here for Fort Worth. Colby Pardon looking to find Kenshin O'Neill, looking to get the flick over to Denny Cresto. Once again, Fort Worth looking to swing things wide. Looking to build line-breaking ball here. He doing a good job of staying composed, staying compact. The Sparrow getting the flick on it, but unable to gather possession of it. Denny Cresto getting a flick of his own. Fort Worth will settle it back across the middle and over to the opposite flank. The play now by the Vaqueros. Wide out of play. Throw in Laredo Heat. But he will have the throw now. Schnitzler. This is Pardon now. Colby. He'll settle again. The Wolfman, Richard Bryan. Schnitzler over to Conway now. Half turn here by Unio. And the distribution over to Nicola Greco on the far hand flank. Greco unable to keep it in play. And the Heat giving up another good opportunity there. Forward will have it off the throw. Caresto off the interception, unable to keep possession though. Getting a flick on the play, but unable to keep the possession of the round one. The Heat will get another defensive puncture here. Another play in their favor. Greco between 2, between 3, out of play. Last touched by the Heat. Throw in Fort Worth Vaqueros. Off the throw, Fort Worth will go the other way. And now it's a Heat throw-in as we approach the last spare change in this first 45 minutes. We'll see how much the referee adds. There's got to be at least 2 folks for the dispute with the center official and head coach Johnny Clifford earlier in this first half of play. 3 goals on the board. Injury time as well for Colaci. The substitution now for Fort Worth, and Despero just making things done, folks. Beautiful pecking here by the Welsh Wizard. Nicola Greco. Into the flank we go. Let's set the play back again by Molnar. Over to Colaci off the half turn. Over to the Sparrow. Pasco with a chance. Jack! And deflected again. But he's just been fantastic here for the Heat, folks. The challenge by Colaci. The yellow card, the first of the evening. But the Sparrow, folks, what an impact he's having here. Heat's home game against the Vaqueros from Fort Worth. We've reached 45. Push probably to 47-ish, maybe, probably. There's a high chance of it, but we don't know, folks. Haven't been communicated that yet. Heat will see Fort Worth going back out into the opposite side flank. Big exchange here, looking for the through ball, that ball out of play. And we'll go past 1 minute, folks, so we're going up to the 46. I believe that is that. Colaci trying to get the dribble forward here. Fort Worth will get a clearance, another half-hearted one. Caresto will string it back into the half space now. Into Colby Pardon here, and we go again with the Wolfman, Richard O'Brien. The North London native will see it back to the Kobe native, and again to the Englishman. We go to the Dallas, Texas native now. Half space dribble. He'll share to the Welsh international, and over again to the Italian. Back to the Welshman. Over to the Irishman. Out wide we go. This is the Italian. Greco on the stride. Gets taken down, folks. And sure enough, a card incoming here for Fort Worth. Just yellow, just a caution here. Greco on the stride, on the dribble, has been electric as well for the Heat, folks. And this will probably be the last interaction of play in this first 45 minutes to conclude the half. Well, play will resume here. The set piece incoming for the Laredo Heat, the last action of the half, I believe. But don't quote me. I've been wrong. I've been wrong before. We might have an extra minute, depending on what the error says. But it'll be driven inside, and a goal kick coming up. Folks, 45 minutes and change officially in the books. This concludes the first half of action. And the Heat go into the break with a 3-goal lead. We'll be back in a quarter right now for the conclusive half of action live from the TAMU Soccer Complex in Laredo, Texas. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back quarter hour. See you soon.
hello. Hello, hello, test, test. Testing. ¿Se escucha, José Luis? Test, test. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could do me a favor, please stand up. Stand. And I'll tell you why in 30 seconds. Stand, stand. There you go. Show us a Bud Light. Show us a beer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for being out here once again. To the veterans that are here, we salute you. Thank you. All right, we have some more festivities today that we're going to be celebrating. All right. Tonight, we're going to be presenting our Wish Child for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Right, really quick. Kiana Rendon. Please step forward, Kiana. Kiana, come on up. We're standing up. Kiana has battled cancer, and she kicked its butt. Yeah. We did. And she'll be attending TAMU. Yes. And her wish was to go to Disney. And have you been? Yeah, I know you have. I knew the answer was. So, Kiana, thank you for being out here with us. We love doing this, and we're glad that we were able to sponsor you on your trip. So we're part of the Laredo Heat. And this was done by the Vaswani. Shashi and Priya, don't hide. Where are they at? The Vaswani family. Mary, do you want to come up and say a few words? There's Mary Freeman, who is with the
Make-A-Wish of Central and South Texas. I just wanted to say many, many thanks to the Vaswani family. I think that they have donated over $75,000 so that they can support all the wishes that they have given us all throughout the years with Make-A-Wish. Priya and I and Shashi go way, way back. And I want to say something about Kiana. We should all try to be like Kiana. She is a fighter, and she works at it. She was a Golden Spur mascot. She just graduated from Nixon High School. She's been fighting this cancer for 3 years, tooth and nail. We all should try to be like Kiana. I'm so proud of her, and I know you all are too. So let's give her a huge round of applause. Kiana, keep it up.
Way to go, Kiana. We got a few gifts for you, right? We got Fuego. He's not really just a big soccer ball head, but he's Fuego. Say hi, Fuego. Here you go. Signed by the team. He's a mascot, yes, sir. And a goodie bag, so hope you enjoy everything. I'm glad that you enjoyed your trip to Disney. That's always fun. Okay, picture time. Good-looking boys. Yeah, and the good-looking owner, too. Kiana! Kiana! Woo!
And also,
Who are you?
I am, Mom,
All right, you're her brother?
no. And also, very smart and very happy and very strong.
All right. Just like Kiana.
On behalf of myself and my family, the Rendon family, I want to wish the Laredo Heat good luck. You're ahead. Keep it up. Get those scores. And I want to thank the Vaswanis. Thank you very much. And I appreciate it what you're doing for the kids here in Laredo, Texas, and I hear it around Texas and all over. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Also, thank the veterans that are attending here. Also, there's some veterans out there I know. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you. My head's down out to all of you.
Words from Fuego. What? Oh, she just wants the players. Okay. Good choice, Kiana. Oh, they hurt you.
here at the Heat, folks. Second half well underway. 5:45 and change. The Heat are looking to add to the advantage here. They've got 3 on the board in the first half, looking to continue the trend here in the second. We have 45 minutes of play here. Temperatures cooling down a bit. Quite a bit, to be fair. Fourth will put it back in the air. The 50-50 header won by Denny Cristo, El Capitão. Forward will put it back into the air now. Kenshin Onyar will bring it beautifully and swiftly now to the direction of Kobe Pardon, getting dispossessed here. No whistle on the play. Forward wanting the call. They won't get it. Now this is Adam Conway into the middle channel. Now we go. The Heat off the half turn now. Colaci will go to the half space, out wide into the flank now as the Sparrow will have it. Electric play here from Jack Pascal, servicing ball again on the inside and caught now by the Fort Worth keeper. Ball on the ground again. Fort Worth looking to build out of their back line. The press now by Colaci. Ford will force to put it into the air and nicely finding the free man in the middle. Greco will pick it back up, trying to get between two. Gets taken down. Late challenge here. And Greco earning the Heat a decision. A set piece now coming in on behalf of the Heat. Conway will play short. Well, Riverside, California, thanks for tuning on to the stream. Jakob Schnitzler will play now. Out we go with Kenshin O'Neill again. Half space play directed to Colby Pardon. Out into the opposite side flank to Sparrow. Jack Pascal will play with El Capitão, the Brazilian. Servicing ball incoming. Colaci off the half turn. He gets a touch on it. Right footed shot. Nope. Half turn play. Out wide we go again. The Heat repurposing this one. Servicing ball. Left footed coming. Goal number 4. Goal! Smaller folks, not much more to add. Another fantastic outing here for the Budapest native, putting another goal to his tally. And there's no wonder this man scored 23 goals in his fall campaign, keeping the progression, the momentum, and his form in coming into the season. Leads the Heat with goals this season. And he's a target man for the Heat, dangerously in the air, dangerously on the ground, folks. And the Budapest man has another goal on the evening. Bence Molnar getting things done here. The service by El Capitão, beautiful to find him free in the box, trailing header and into the back of the net. And another servicing ball whipped in. The composure and the IQ play here by Pardon to put it back on the ground and swing it. Play will begin. The Heat now in transition. Half space play. Adam Conway into the flank. Nicola Greco. The Heat looking for number 5. Greco in the box. The service across settled. And Denny Cristo was close to it, but too far from it. And the clearance now by the Vaqueros, who are being pushed here back, folks. Vaqueros unable to catch a wind of fresh air now. And the service again. Conway will throw it in. Heat looking to play, and this one will be sent over to the direction into the middle now. Fort Worth on the stride. Transitional play. The dispossession. Nicely played here by the Heat. No foul. Forward still with possession, though. And the Heat getting all players behind the ball except for author of goal scorers to his name, Bence Molnar, the Hungarian now. The Heat will play. Off we go. Colaci on the stride now. The pace by the Italian, cutting back to the inside. Colaci with a chance, looking to swing it wide, and the Heat do that. Over to the Sparrow now. He'll get a touch inside the box. The service! And blocked out. Corner. Oh, the referee says goal kick. The Sparrow not liking the decision. Through ball attempted now by Fort Worth, the Vaqueros. Getting possession now. Getting dispossessed was chance now. A shot and blocked again. Vaqueros with an opportunity in the box and the clearance now into the air. Jakob Schnitzer unable to gather possession here though. Fort Worth again will get a chance from afar now. Then the save by the birthday boy, setting this one out of play. Corner kick coming up. Fort Worth with an opportunity. Heat getting lucky there off that break, trying to keep the clean sheet. Forward will settle the ball. This one far from the target. And the Heat will see this one sail wide. It'll be a throw-in now for the visiting side. The throw again, the clearance put into the air. The Wolfman will put it out wide, but not far enough. The Heat will regather. Transitional moment here. Flag will not gone up. It's now Heat ball here. As Ben Smolner sees it out of play. He just observes the play, though. Off the half-turn play. Kenshin Unio. He'll swing it back again. Richard Bryan now. Adam Conway back to the Wolfman as a North London native will swing at half-space play over to the Cardiff native here. This is Jack Pesco. The Sparrow quickly now for the Laredo Heat has it. Will be Kenshin Unio. And off the half-turn play, Unio forcing that ball out of play, though, off the deflection of the Vaqueros. And the throw again here. Denny Cresto. A one-time swing, beautiful play here. Jakob Schnitzler. Aiden Haynes back to the birthday boy. Possession goes for the Heat. They'll swing it again. This is the Wolfman, Richard Bryan. Half-space play over to the flank now and across the half-space into the middle channel we go. Aiden Haynes one more time. Half-space activity active now from side to side here over to Schnitzler as forward sends this one out of play.
Substitution, minute 55. Going out, number 8, Richard Bryan. Coming in, number 3, Suki Hashimoto.
Heat now. Back again we go. The one-time play now, beautiful to Colachi. The Heat with numbers in transition. A moment here now for the Laredo Heat to look for goal number 5 on the board. The through ball, Ben Molnar. Molnar, what a finish, but this one just wide, folks. Molnar can't believe it. The stride by Colachi, the unselfishness by the Italian leader, folks. And Colachi putting Ben Molnar in a great position to add another goal to his tally. Unlucky to not get it there. The Heat. Not lowering the intensity. Very different from what we saw against the Gallos, folks, who are no longer part of the conference, no longer part of the league. Folded midway through the season, looking for a playoff push. An unfortunate situation for all the players and staff members involved. Challenge again. The referee giving the advantage lay here. And this one is put into the air again and turned over now by the Heat. Richard Bryan came off, folks. In came in at Kazuki Hashimoto. The Wolfman's evening has been come to a conclusion early on here in the second half of play. Foul on the field of play. And Jakob Schnitzer will share Adam Conway now. 4 goals here for the Heat. Good outing now for the home side. Danny Crystal will receive on the half turn. Driven, trying to find the stride of Colachi. Nicola Greco open on this half space and flank. A lot of time to try to play here. And the Heat giving possession back in their favor. They'll swing it. Danny Crystal up the up back through. Find the third man run. Beautiful fundamental football. Great attacking option now. Greco with it, trying to flirt with the service. And he'll just be forced out back to the touchline, being taken down. Referee says that was all ball, no foul. Heat fans want a decision. They won't get it. And the press now by Colachi. The challenge from behind, that's going to be against a Sparrow, and a set piece incoming now for Fort Worth Vaqueros. Vaqueros will play short, looking to find the half space play now. Looking to activate the channels. They'll play interiorly into the middle, and Hashimoto will get a clearance on this one as Kazuki will send it far enough of the half field line, but not out of play. Fort Worth with an opportunity again. This one driven in the air, and the Heat will regather it. Unio back to Schnitzler. Over to Greco, and into the half space we go. Adam Conway looking to find Colachi, unable to keep possession of their number 5 is the Heat, though. Fort Worth will regather. They'll get it again. And trying to drill between 2 here. Fort Worth being forced out of play. Nicely done by the Heat, by Greco, and by Colachi. Fort Worth with an opportunity again. On the stride, opposite side flank. Fort Worth now will share back interiorly. A service block, and Nicola Greco will settle this one out of play. So Fort Worth will have the throw here. Tactical adjustment made by the Vaqueros, which is why the delay of play here. And the Vaqueros will have the long throw. Looking for distance here. Into the box. Schnitzler with a block. Corner kick coming up. Vaqueros will have it again. Service, Fort Worth, far post action, looking to activate it. No chance here. The Heat looking to clear a foul. That's going to be against the Vaqueros. Fort Worth wanting the decision. The referee giving it to the Heat. Beautiful combination play now off the half turn. Ben Smaller looking to go back toward the direction of where that ball came from now. The good flick here now by Cristo. He'll share again, this time over to Kobe Pardon. He'll put it into the middle. This is Kazuki Hashimoto, who stepped in the second half of play for the Wolfman. Richard Bryan got a great outing. One of the team leaders on this squad. The through ball attempted now, looking to find the Sparrow. The header attempted. The Sparrow with a chance. Jack Pascoe gets taken down. Referee not pointing towards the middle. This is going to be a corner kick. The play there, brilliant again for the Sparrow, folks. Very dynamic player, very talented, very skillful. Very good option, could play the 6, the 8, obviously today playing the 7. Providing options here for the Heat, folks. Brilliant on the day. A great option going forward. Very good defensive work rates this afternoon. The Sparrows had a very good impact here as he flirts with this one. I believe it's him to set the ball back into play. The Heat crowding the box now. There's the service, nicely played, looking to find Cristo. Controlled again now by Kenshin Unyo. Kenny-san will share. Pardon will put it back in the box. Will attempt it now. 2v2 here for Fort Worth if they hurry in transition. Looking to get numbers forward. The Heat working back, trying to get numbers behind the ball. It's fundamental football, folks. Transitional movements, it's one of the major principles or sub-principles of it. Fort Worth will look to go wide again. Fought for here by Greco. Forward with a chance first post, and this one wide. Off target. Fort Worth currently trails by 4. The Heat have 22 minutes left. The Heat have 22 minutes left. Well, 21 now. 21 and change here in this second half of the regulated 90. A good touch off the half turn by Kenshin Unyo, member of the CSU Pueblo team. Good run here into the national postseason. The playoff now over to the Heat. The throw ball back to Ben Smolder. 3v2 for the Heat if they hurry. They'll put it back on the ground. Colachi looking at his tally. Colachi back to Mulder. Mulder! This one out of play. But what a play here, folks, by the Laredo Heat. Combination and activity all throughout the build-up. One-time football playing the way you face activates so many chances. And the attacking third, folks. And the simpler it gets, the better it can become and the most efficient it can be. And the Heat combining beautifully there with opportunities. And Ben Simone looking at another one on the evening. Massive shout out to LNF. The service again, the Heat, this one back post, no one home for the home side. And that ball had left to play before it curled back inward. It'll be goal kick here for Fort Worth and the Vaqueros. Off the play again. Forward looking to build down to their own back line. They swing the ball momentarily, and then they look for a big change here. A chance for Fort Worth now, and the pace here for Colby Pardon. Aiden Haynes will share now. He'll gather possession again, and now we go to Colby. Half space playing now through the middle now. Across the middle channel into the opposite side flank on the near side to us. And it's Jakob Schnitzler still on the stride. He'll get the step back now. The cut and over to Colachi off the half turn. Colachi will set it back to the Cresto. One more time for Cresto. Out wide we go again. The Sparrow will have it. Service incoming. Sparrow! And just wide, folks. Goal kick coming up. And the Sparrow just off target. That was more like a... In Spanish you call them tiros centros, folks. Shot cross maybe. A serviced shot, I guess you could call them here. Flirting in the air. Maybe going to the back post. Anybody could get to it. But just off target. So.
Going out, number 2, Jackson. Number 15, Bensei Bono. Coming in, number 9, Gabriel Zamora.
The Heat making adjustments. Ben Smolner comes off a fantastic evening for the Budapest native. Gabriel Campora checks in, the Saltillo international, back in the team. Well, folks, substitution made now. Javi Mariona checks back on after the change. So Campora and Mariona will check on as the young El Salvadorian international will get his debut here with the Heat. We've got about 20 minutes, a little less than it. A chance to make impact here, folks. Heat currently up by 4. Ben Smolner, fantastic evening. An assist for Colby Pardon, Denny Cresto. Just good football here overall from the home side now. On the turn, nope. Negative dribbling, well. Hashimoto-san. Jakob Schnitzler. Looking to switch it. Good ball here, trying to find Greco. Second to that interaction. And over to Conway now. Nice ball out of play. Last touched by the Vaqueros. And the throw for Conway and the Heat here. Ball in the air, half space play. Vaqueros will get a touch on it. They'll put it into the air. Good chance for Campora and a smart header into the gloves of the keeper for the Fort Worth side. The Vaqueros will put it into the air. A lot of distance on this one. Jakob Schnitzler will get another header on it. This one out of play. Unreachable for Pardon. And the Heat will give up the throw-in. Vaqueros looking to play quick here. Fort Worth now will share middle channel ball. Swung and deflected though by Hashimoto. And Denny Cresto will put it into the air, direction of Campora. A chance for Campora. Gabriel la tiene el Gabo, el de Saltillo. Y el toque demasiado fuerte, se le escapó un poco, le faltó Correa. Le faltó distancia. Good switch of field play now by the Vaqueros. Fort Worth. Interior possession now for this away side here. And the Vaqueros will swing it one more time. Near hand half space now. The delivery is blocked here by Greco, who's had a good unorthodox evening as we've not used to seeing him on the left wing position here for the Heat. Today making an outing over on the flank. That ball serviced again inside by the Vaqueros. The Vaqueros has been a little bit more aggressive than we saw in the first half here with possession, which means it'll hopefully open up the midfield play for the Heat, and we'll be able to come out and distribute a little bit better in that mid-park. Conway will get another long ball in direction of Campora. Beautifully played, some backspin on it. Campora la tiene, conduce el de Saltillo, le pone el alto al esférico, le pone la luz roja, el octagonal, conduce ahora Mariona. Javi, el salvadoreño, busca el toque de Trivela dentro del área. Los Vaqueros de Fort Worth otra vez con la posesión en un momento de transición. Y ahora otra vez por el canal interior. Busca compartir por la lateral. Y viene el cambio de juego. De lado a lado va el balón. Fort Worth buscando abrir oportunidades, siendo paciente cuando tiene el esférico. Algo que no vimos en el primer tiempo, demasiado en el tercio de ataque. Conduce otra vez el equipo de los Vaqueros. Viene el momento de posesión que se lo quita el Heat. Y comparte Parton, la tiene Colby. Busca otra vez compartir en forma de un balón filtrado para Mariona y no puede llegar al esférico el salvadoreño. Viene el servicio de los Vaqueros. ¡Ah! Lo mandan a otro... Bueno, otra dimensión casi. Fort Worth will go to the bench again. Vaqueros dando la posesión al equipo de Laredo Heat, quien busca salir jugando desde su tercio defensivo. Y viene el saque de banda para el Heat. Busca reiniciar el juego con ambas manos. La tiene ahora Cámpora, busca jugar de poste, busca compartir por el costado. Y viene otra vez la posesión de Fort Worth, quien les quita el balón al Heat. En un momento peligroso para el equipo de los Vaqueros, la presión del Heat entre Cámpora y Colachi. Colachi buscando un gol. Quiere un golecillo. El italiano quiere la oportunidad. Hashimoto recupera el esférico, comparte con su compatriota nacional. Y otra vez la pérdida del esférico para el Heat. Fort Worth quiere compartir ahora, busca jugar en combinación, busca tener oportunidades. Mientras más rápido toque el balón, más espacios se pueden abrir. Regresamos al juego fundamental del fútbol. Viene la exposición del Heat. Controla Mariona, el salvadoreño la tiene, comparte otra vez hacia atrás, ahora la tiene Parton. Colby busca el canal interior, la tiene Conway, nuevo hombre para Laredo Heat, Bienes. Últimamente el Heat, controla otra vez el italiano, la tiene Colachi quiere abrir el terreno de juego, encuentra a Mariona, la controla el salvadoreño, la tiene Javi, busca el servicio, juega con la idea, se la comparte otra vez a Cresto la va a poner adentro del área. Y viene la jugada defensiva por el equipo de visita. Los Vaqueros buscando un poco de conexión, les falta un poco de química. Si voy a ser completamente honesto con ustedes, el viene cambio de juego otra vez aplicada por el canal más cercano a nosotros y la recuperación del alemán excelentemente aplicada, busca romper líneas, el balón interior la tiene Colachi, tiene tiempo para driblar, quiere engañar, quiere jugarla, se la comparte a Cámpora y el Heat todavía sin poder aprovechar esas oportunidades en transición. El juego se está abriendo a favor del Heat. Mientras más tenga el balón el equipo de Fort Worth y más empuje a hombres hacia adelante. Mientras sube la línea de presión, la línea de alteración, se va a abrir las oportunidades un poco más para el Heat. Aunque vienen cambios, Fort Worth busca jugar rápidamente. 4-0 a favor de su Laredo Heat. Y el Heat no se conforma con 4 hoy. Podemos decir que van a buscar hasta 6, yo creo. Cámpora la baja, le pone el control hermosamente aplicado a la corrida de apoyo, le pertenece a Denny Cresto. Cresto la tiene, busca abrir el terreno de juego, la controla italiano. Este es Nicolás Greco, la tiene bien el servicio, quiere jugar con la idea, comparte otra vez hacia atrás y se le escapa al pie derecho de Denny Cresto y Fort Worth otra vez en un momento de transición. Hombres parejos, 5 contra 5 en este momento. Balón interior, cacheteado por el pie derecho de Jakob Schnitzer, quien es zurdo. Y recupera otra vez el cumpleañero Aiden Haynes, comparte con el japonés. Hashimoto la tiene, ahora es el hombre de Dallas, Texas, comparte con el hombre de Kobe en Japón, busca abrir el terreno de juego, pero buscando un balón interior con el brasileño, comparte otra vez el canal más cercano a nosotros en su monitor en casa, la tiene el italiano, otra vez con el brasileño, controla el capitao, quiere buscar opciones, la pone por abajo, Javi Mariona, el salvadoreño, la tiene, busca su primera oportunidad. Y toda la jugada no cuenta después de que la bandera alzadas, un fuera de lugar para el equipo del Heat. Y vienen los cambios tácticos para el Heat. Saliendo el italiano Nicola Greco y el brasileño Denny Cresto, el capitão. Y vienen adentro del terreno de juego el nombre de Henderson en Nevada. Hayden Prasad entra al terreno de juego y con el número 19 Jonathan Mayen. Ambos cambios para Laredo Heat. Prasad va a jugar de lateral izquierdo. Miento, ese es Mayen, va a jugar la lateral izquierda, y Prasad va a jugar una sección adelante de él en la media por el lado zurdo del terreno de juego. Fort Worth otra vez compartiendo la redonda, compartiendo el esférico. Balón grande buscando cambiar el punto de ataque. Recupera otra vez Mariona. Balón filtrado, excelentemente aplicado. Cámpora la tiene, Cámpora dentro del área. Viene el de Saltillo, el de México. ¡Golazo! La media vuelta, un pasito para adelante María y un pasito para atrás, un pasito para la izquierda, la definición por la derecha, y el balón otra vez se encuentra en el medio punto del juego, en el mero centro del ombligo de la cancha. El Heat con el quinto gol, y los Vaqueros de Fort Worth sin solución, folks. The Vaqueros are being corralled into the pen by the Heat. The game gets back underway here, folks, as Fort Worth five times, folks, the Fort Worth Vaqueros having to put the ball again in the middle of the belly button of the field, folks, the epicenter of the full moon. Cuando sale el sol adentro del terreno de juego, el Heat brilla. Y en una ciudad tan acalorada y tan caliente hay muchas oportunidades. Viene el japonés Kenny Unio, controla a Mariona otra vez adentro del área, busca definirla con la zurda. Mariona provocando el penal, y viene la oportunidad para el sexto, damas y caballeros. Y viene la tarjeta amarilla para el equipo de Fort Worth. Penal, tarjeta amarilla, y la oportunidad para Mariona, quien causó la jugada del penal para poner su primer taquito bajo su temporada con el Laredo Heat. El salvadoreño busca definir de 12 yardas para agregarle otro golecito a Fort Worth. Los Vaqueros le recomiendan a la gente no ver esta jugada, pero el Heat invita a todos al opuesto. Vean el golecito. Solo fue el tercero que no les traímos en vivo, pero la verdad han sido cuatro aparte de ellos que sí han podido ver, y ojalá les traeremos el quinto. Viene el salvadoreño Javi Mariona, viene la oportunidad para el joven de 18 años portando la playera del Heat, definiendo con sus colores nuevos en esta temporada 2023. Viene el jovenazo Mariona, Javi de 12 yardas. ¡Javi! Gol, 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 Laredo! 12 yards out, 12 big steps. Mariona putting it in the back of the net, folks. A lot of class, a lot of composure. The 18-year-old Salvadorian making his Laredo Heat debut, adding to the tally today. And the Heat have 6 goals on the board, folks. And the Vaqueros handing the lasso over to the Heat, folks, not bringing it in their arsenal today. A substitution now for the home side. Colachi will make way. In comes the Honduran Dennis Herrera for the last 10 minutes of play in the regulated 90, and the Heat with 6 on the board, folks. A lot of goals this evening, all in favor of the home side. Herrera coming in, Colachi coming out. Momentum continues, hopefully in the Heat's favor here. Fort Worth unable to solve the puzzle. It's like buying a jigsaw, a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle and missing 600 pieces of it, folks. There's no solution to what goes on. Fort Worth struggling out here in the 9-5-6 today, and the Heat, what an answer. No points out of 6 on the road trip. 6 goals today, though, at home. The Vaqueros now will look to swing it patiently once again. They'll swing it back to the goalkeeper. The one-time pass looking to open opportunities, folks. And Fort Worth has 9 minutes left in this game, and they would wish it ended immediately now, folks. Called it. The Heat will look to at least get 6. Could they get one more? The home fans wanting it. Aiden Haynes, the birthday boy, putting his right palm on it, sending it over the crossbar and out of play. Corner kick coming for the away side. And no solution yet here, folks, for Fort Worth. Service incoming, far post again, off target on the set piece, on the delivery. Prasad now with a chance to pick up the Heat in transitional moment now. The switch of field play very early on. Mayen looking for the opportunity. Fort Worth will recover now into the half space. And the interior ball through the middle channel again. Fort Worth flirting with possession. Here they go. Near hand, far hand, no foul. Well, it's like the referee said, I heard you. We're going to call it the other way here. Sweater weather now entering here in Laredo. Scarf out nights. Temperatures will drop probably into the high 80s, so bring some gloves, bring a heater if you need to. Servicing ball, Aiden Haynes to it first, folks. A comfortable catch for the birthday boy here today.
Minute 84 substitution for Vaqueros FC. Coming out, number 9, Bryce Anderson. Coming in, number 16,
Colby Pardon sharing the round one, caressing the beautiful ball we depend on to play this lovely game. Aiden Haynes will send it out of play. The throw now for Vaqueros. Back on the inside. Fort Worth looking to play quickly. This ball is shared in the back line again. On the rotation, half space into the flank now. Campora on the recovery. Sliding challenge now by Pardon. Possession now belongs to the Heat. Unio will share. This is Adam Conway now. Back again to Hashimoto-san. And into the half space now with Jakob Schnitzler. Open up the scoring opportunity for the Heat. What a ball in the form of a through one for Jonathan Mayen. The Heat looking for number 7 into the slots. The Heat go, and Prasad off target in the box, folks. Not enough angle on the opening of his foot. It comes down to geometry at some points, folks. Swing the ankle a bit more. Choose a surface serve. Goal kick here. The Vaqueros won't have it. Yeehaw. Into the air they go. The Heat looking to control this one off the second ball, but it's Fort Worth who drives it into the opposite side flank, and the clearance now won by Pardon and the Heat here. Out of play. Play resumes. Throw in Vaqueros. They'll swing it inside. Out to the width here now. Too far of a ball here. Fort Worth will get a chance. This one out of play. It looks like it's going to be a throw now for the home side. Campora playing back to goal, holding possession nicely. Did it all year for CSU Pueblo, folks, so all fall. National tournament side, beating head coach Johnny Clifford's St. Mary's side. I believe in the second round, I believe. On a very cold night in the 2-1-0 in the fall. Also with a historic run into the playoffs. Former Laredo head coach John Powell's NNU, Northwest Nazarene University side, also in the postseason, also in the national tournament bid. So a lot of class and a lot of talent on the field of play today. As Herrera looking to dribble, sliding challenge from behind. Those are dangerous free kick opportunity here for the Laredo Heat. This game has just 3 minutes and change left in the second half of the regulated 90. I can't imagine there's going to be too much time for stoppage, folks. I don't think there will be. A couple of minutes at most. But I will be an honest person with you. I'm usually wrong when it comes to that. Referee doesn't like what I have to say sometimes, and well, something tells me he might hear me and just go the other way. Parting will have it here for the Heat, looking to get a touch on the inside drive. He'll settle it back again. This is Javi Hashimoto-san. He will share. Aiden Haynes, Mr. Birthday Boy. We'll go back in his direction. Hashimoto, All-American nominee, the Missouri Valley College player. Javi on the stride again, a bicycle back fake to the inside. Nice play here. The Heat into the half space. Out wide again they go, and this one out of play, last touched by the Heat. And an off-target pass into the flank will give possession back over to the Vaqueros in the form of a throw-in. And Vaqueros will throw. Vaqueros will play. Vaqueros will put it into the air. Vaqueros will turn it over again. Mariona controla Javi. El joven de 18 años la tiene, sabe darle de vuelta el japonés. Comparte ahora con Conway. Conway viene el balón filtrado. Mayen la tiene. Jonathan Mayen. Jonathan with a chance to finish. Goal! Post shot, folks! And off the post, Mayen looking to add to the goal tally today. Looking to make it 7 for the Heat. And Fort Worth on the stride now. Vaqueros still with it into that middle channel. Putting it into the air now. Near hands flank. Into the service, far post. And Aiden Haynes will see this one sail over the bar. The Heat will have a goal kick as we enter the last 60 minutes of play in the second half of the regulated 90. Hashimoto back to Haynes. This one off target, but will reach Colby Parting, who shares now into the middle with Adam Conway. Conway will look to switch the field of play. Nicely done over to the Honduran. This is Dennis Herrera with a touch, and Hayden Prasad will open up the field of play. This is Jonathan Mayen. Controla Jonathan. Mayen will have it. Service incoming and into the box and into the gloves of the Fort Worth keeper as we approach the last 30 seconds. As the clock ticks, folks, Fort Worth will have possession in their own back line. The pressure applied now by Herrera. Fort Worth will throw it again away. Foul on the field of play. It's going to be against the Heat as we look to close out the regulated 90. Again, I don't think there'll be too many minutes of stoppage here, folks. 6 goals on the board. It wasn't a long delay of time. No injuries. No significant injuries, thankfully, in the second half of play. Not a lot of time on the clock. A lot of subs. Nope, folks, the referee says not one more second, not one more click of the watch. And the Heat are victorious here. Final score, 6 goals and a fantastic response from a disappointing road trip by the Laredo side this past weekend. They come home, open up not just once, but 6 times into the floodgates and get 6 goals on the board. Damas y caballeros, Laredo Heat victoria aquí en casa contra los Vaqueros de Fort Worth, quienes no tuvo ninguna respuesta a las acciones del terreno de juego hoy. Laredo Heat próximamente juega el domingo en Austin y busca 3 puntos de ida. El último partido de la temporada regular en casa viene siendo el 7 de julio. Nos vemos aquí, nos vemos en el Time Soccer Complex, nos vemos en Laredo, Texas. Si están en el área, venga uno, vengan todos. Nos vemos el próximo viernes para concluir la temporada regular de su Laredo Heat, quien busca jugar en la postemporada. Yo soy Rodrigo Marina. Mariela González, nuestra productora. Nos despedimos el día de hoy. Folks, the Heat are back in action next Sunday. Well, this upcoming Sunday in Austin, then they return next Friday on the 7th at home. So if you're in the area, make sure you come out and support your favorite team from the 956. The final score of tonight, the Heat 6 in a great response from disappointing road trip. 6 goals on the board. They